friends, and welcome to Hits and Pits with Ebola Cherries. I'm Ebola Cherries, serving you the hits and the pits from RuPaul's Drag Race around the world. It's your new favorite recap show. Get into it and share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and help a young, aspiring YouTuber out. Hey, let's get into it. Today we're talking about Philippines, Drag Race Philippines, episode 7, episode 7, the Shop Ladies Ball. And we're also talking about the premiere episode of Drag Race UK season 4. So let's just jump right into it. This week I decided that I wasn't going to dress up as anybody. I just put on a little tinted moisturizer and a red lip in honor of Miss Cherry Valentine, who passed away recently. She was an awesome talent. She had a great personality. She was, a nurse during COVID. She was a great inspiration artistically and just as an all-around great person. It's very sad to hear of her passing, and today I just wanted to, pay respects to her with just a little bit of, just a little simple black dress and, a big smile. And give that Cherry Valentine, hey, a little cherries pin here. Anyways, rest in peace, Cherry Valentine. We all love you, and you will live on through us. You know what I mean? That's the mood. That's the vibe this week. So, bam. Let's get into this. So we are on Drag Race Philippines episode 7. We're getting into it. So right away, coming back into the workroom, the girls are all freaking out. We have the double Shantae, Brigadine versus Minty Fresh, and the girls coming back are all just very emotional. Beanie Selects is saying something about she doesn't cry. So she's crying a lot, but she's been crying, a lot, gal. So, and then also like these gals, especially the Divine Divas, they really love showing their tucks off, man. First it was Brigadine, and now Beanie's just like, woo! I'm like, gal, this is not cable, but you know what I mean. Girls are really emotional in the morning as they all come back, and then Mama Boy Pal comes in another crazy ensemble that I just have to say what is going on. We're just trying to see what we can get away with. It's a pit for me. But Pal announces that it's going to be a naked photo shoot, and the gals have 15 minutes to get into their quick naked drag. And they're just whipping around, going really fast, and then as a group, they all get together and take photos. And they're kind of giving different instructions, and they're kind of saying all this different stuff. I don't think I can show this or talk about it on YouTube, but it ends up being that Minty Fresh wins the photo shoot challenge. And I gotta say, when they were showing shots of the kind of going back and forth, just like the way that Minty had done her eye makeup, she was the one that my eye was drawn to. So her winning that kind of fits into my fantasy. So after the mini challenge, Pow announces that it's going to be the ball. They have a look, and then the second look is something they have to design and create out of unconventional material. So as the girls are getting ready, Pow goes and walks through the workroom, and then Jiggly also comes and kind of does a walk through the workroom. They look like they're dressed up in pajamas. They look like they're just ready to, have a sleepover. They're doing the usual where they're grilling some girls and they're like, what are you gonna do with this? And then they're listening to Silhouette talk for a long time. When they get to Brigadine, they are grilling Brigadine on how they're gonna get her brand and all that stuff. So it just is funny. It's like Brigadine being like the most famous one coming into this. It's like she can't be bigger than the show. So she can't be more famous or more big. So they're like, at every opportunity, they're like, that's wrong. That ain't it. How are you gonna figure that out? Last week we told you, they're just like on her ass, and it's like watching people in school or whatever. It's like theater school. We're gonna break you down. We're gonna it's so funny. Anyway, yeah, they're just very much about. She even says like, I've been put in my place. I'm so humbled, and they're like, yeah, you're in your place, you stupid bitch. So it just is like, they're gonna make sure that she knows that that they are the eminent ones. You know what I mean? They are the celebrities, and they're gonna tell you. Anyways, the girls are getting ready. They work on their looks. They're all talking about stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So then Pow comes out for the runway, And for me, this look is a hit. She's got this like stacked up kind of faux hawk, black dark curly hair, you know, wavy curly, I don't know what, but she's got it stacked, this kind of faux hawk coming back. She has this really cool top that I think is structured to have a train and a bustle in the back. So she kind of has this like top moment. It's like a top and then the little hips and then a beaded skirt, and it's all kind of with this like beaded mosaic kind of like feel and vibe. It's a really cool look. It's a hit for me. We also have on the panel today Khaled Karen with a cute updo, and then a gold strappy dress with a couple of different tassel straps coming up. So it's like strappy, and then the gown kind of swoops up, so it kind of is just draped elegantly off the shoulder. She looks great. It's a hit. We have Jiggly Caliente in a gold dress, asymmetrical with a big shoulder on one side. Cute makeup looking on her too. It's a hit. Then we have photographer BJ Pasquale back on the panel today, and he is wearing this really cute, it's like knitted, crocheted, what's the word I'm looking for? This like knitted top that's like white and has this orange lined, what are the words I'm looking for today? I don't even know. It's cute. It's a hit. Little pearl necklace, little cute pearl necklace. BJ, it's a hit. So then Rahul Laurel joins us again on the panel today, fashion designer, and his jacket is like it's a little bit like wine, like red and maroon and purple maybe, but like in a stained overall effect. And then when it pulled out, I saw there was kind of like a gold in there too. It kind of, maybe it matches the glasses, or I don't know if that's the lighting kind of reflecting off of the glasses, but you know, it's a jacket. And he looks cute. It's a little plain for me though. For a design challenge, it's a little plain. It's a little, I thought we didn't want to see no more H&M. Rahul. It's a pit. Boop. So the ladies are serving us two looks tonight. The first look is Shop-ulence. She buys everything. And first out is Precious Paula Nicole. She's wearing a blue jacket with a little blue jacket skirt moment. She has orange hair, kind of updo, swooped up. And then she is carrying like gold shopping bags. Her shirt is gold, I believe. And then she has these really cool, her shoes are really cute. They're gold and yellow, you know, marigold, what have you, yellow and blue. She's got shopping bags. She says it's Miranda Priestley inspired. It's a little plain, but it's a hit. Then Silhouette comes out in this green velour gown. It has a matching corset, and then she loves that, like having the nipples out on the top, but she's wearing this jacket with these sleeves on it, but it's just a sleeves jacket. It's very fitted to the bodice, and it's kind of covering up in front, but there's this like little peekaboo of skin underneath. It's really cool. She's got a cane. She's got a long gold chain. She's got those inches, honey, that long human hair unit. She looks really cool. She looks really rich. It's a hit. Silhouette, always bringing it. Eva La Queen comes out. She comes out as an auntie going to the market. It's a white gown, which is a little like a pencil mini dress, mini skirt type of moment, but she has the big sleeves, the Terno sleeves, the Terno inspired sleeves, you know, coming up over the side, big hat, gold accessories, gold necklace, gold, I think, belt around the waist. She looks really great. She's got it styled really well. And this looks, you know, like a lady that you would see. You know what I mean? She looks like a really rich lady out and about. It's a hit. Oh my God, Marina Summers comes out in a Chinese red silk with gold leaf woven into it or whatever. But it's a really fitted bodice with a skirt that comes around in layers draped in the front, and she's got shopping bags too, and they have little Rue names on them. It's, you know, little Rue fashion portmanteaus in there. And then she also has the little just the sleeves jacket, but it's so tight and tiny, and the collar comes up to the neck like this. It just is like so, oh, it's so cute. She looks exquisite. And then she comes out with the money envelopes for the Lunar New Year, the Ang Pao envelopes, and she's throwing them. So, you know, give money away on the Lunar New Year for good luck. And she's given all the, she's giving it away, honey. I thought that she looked great. This is a hit for me. So then Brigadine comes out and she says she's doing the fashion models of the 80s, and maybe this is like a Philippines reference that I just am not privy to, but to me, this look is a little bit more like country western, pencil skirt and a blouse with a jacket. With the it's all light blue. She's got like a big blonde updo, but the fringe coming off it is like purple. It just is looking like maybe like Texas or like Western to me. It's not looking necessarily opulent. She looks like, to me, the character in the musical Dirty Rotten Scoundrels that is like the South lady. So to me, this look is a pit. So Venus Deluxe comes out and she got her face made up to look like a different person. And she's got long dark hair with an open shoulder, breasts with 3/4 length sleeves, and then a gown that comes down to about the calf. It's a really pretty dress. It's not quite a gown, but she's got a cooler in her hand, a reference to a movie that Mama Pow was in, playing this trans woman. So it's like a reference of a reference. It's her playing Mama Pow, playing this character from this movie. Venus does really cool makeup to change her face around. Like when she did the Divas challenge, was the diva she was trying to do. Her face really went away in this character too. Like you could tell that it was like a clear reference. I didn't know the reference, but I could tell that it landed. Do you know what I mean? It's a hit. Then last but not least, Minty Fresh comes out in a purple velour gown that's ruched up the center. Similarly to Cheddar Gorgeous's promo look, it just is really simply done and it's not like distracting. And then she's got this feather embellishment on the bust line, and she's wearing like it's either like mesh or like a really tight blouse of leopard print. Yeah, she just looks really cool. I'll buy that opulence. I'll buy that like rich lady shopulence. Yeah, it's a hit. So for me in this category, the winner is Marina's red dress. Such a cute look, and she just looked awesome in it, and she just was like, she was great. I love that. So then the second category is Divi Divas, and Divi is coming from the word Divisora, which is the market, the street where you can get all this stuff for cheap in Manila. And it also can, I guess it's like secondhand or consignment or stuff that you can make out of stuff you already have. So Divi Divas, it's the unconventional design materials challenge. So first out is Precious Paula Nicole, and she does a La La Ree reference where she puts the bags with the head out, and then that goes away and she comes out in her look, and it's like a purple and bodysuit fantasy, and it looks really cute, but it just like it doesn't quite cover all the way. Like the panty is exposed in the front, and you can just see rough edges around the side. So like if I saw it at the bar, I'd be like, that's sickening, but as I was watching on the camera, I was like, so for me it's a pit. So then Silhouette comes out, and she has used these like bags to make fans that are like structured hip embellishments, and then like an asymmetrical bust line embellishment with the fan. And then, so it's like a pencil skirt with these little things coming off, and then she has a fan and black gloves. She looks great. This look is really cool. My only thought about this look is when she turned around, you could see the inside of the fans was still white. So I don't know if there's something we could do to incorporate like the backside of those fans into the same leopard print, but whatever, it's a hit. She looks great. Eva La Queen comes out, and she has got her mug looking right. She got her hair wig spray painted, long gold boots, long gold boots and gloves and boots. But her garment that she has structured together is not quite covering her undergarment, her bodysuit, and just the way that she spray painted it, it's like chunky. It's a pit for me. Woo! Marina Summers comes out again. She's used like basket fans, the woven materials to create this really cool hip garment that comes up like this, and then fit the fan boobs as well. She looks great. The way that she's color blocked this, the way that the fans give movement to the body, and then she's used aprons to do like an asymmetrical off the other side, like a bustle and train. This garment, it has movement. She looks great in it. She's selling it well. Like, this is a hit for me. She looks awesome. Like, this is amazing. I think they switched up the order here, but then Venus Deluxe comes out and she's wearing her creation, which is similar in what she said. She just kept adding. It looked like it could be a sister garment to her other design challenge with like the bustle on the hips and like the same kind of draping coming down with the strands with the edges, the ends on them. But what she has here is she has paper plates that are sprayed gold, and so she's got these paper plate gold boobies, and then like some things over here and some things over there. It just doesn't quite come together, and they clocked her for being crafty. For me, the headpiece is really cool that she created. It's like this big swooping headpiece, but it just looks slightly unfinished. And then like when you look around the edges, you can still see the exposed panties. Anyway, it's a hit for me. So then Brigadine comes out in a little tight fitted bodice with a little flared mini skirt. And then she's used this fabric with stripes on it and then rolled it in this ribbon kind of way to make this big asymmetrical fan moment on this side. And then there's also like a yellow bustle coming out the side on the bottom. This to me is a really cute look. I think she utilized the items that she had really well. And then the way that it's color blocked with like the red dress with like these big colorful, fringe bow accessory thing on the side. She looks really cute in it. It's a hit. All right, so then Minty Fresh comes out in her rag creation. She's got this asymmetrical off the one shoulder mini dress made of rags, and then it's got like this capelet that all draws down and kind of flows to the ground on one side. She got the long black gloves. She says she's got her favorite wig. It's like this crimped out mullet moment. It's the only time I ever like this hair is when it's on her. But this garment makes me understand her color blocking of her last design challenge. This looks like it could be a sister garment to it. I'm like, okay, whereas last time I wasn't seeing with the baskets and the stuff, the colors coming together. This time I'm seeing that and this as being like part of the same line or pieces that go together in the same show. Do you know what I mean? It's a hit. She looks great. So also I gotta say, my favorite look on this one too was Marina's fan dress moment. I think she might have been robbed today, but what are you gonna say? All right, so then we get to the judges' critiques. So they grill Precious Paula Nicole a little bit for saying maybe she just was a little unfinished. And then they talk to Silhouette and they give her a bunch of props, and Silhouette talks for a long time, which as she's wont to do, and then they get to Eva La Queen and it goes off, honey, it goes off. They're like, this ain't it, da-da-da-da-da. And then Rajo just goes off mama. He says she's committed a mortal sin, that this is an atrocity, that it's ugly, that it's trash. Like, he just is going off and he's like, I'm being fierce because I know you can do better and da-da-da-da-da. But mama, like, that is the craziest critiques I've ever heard. And it's like, maybe she didn't look amazing, but like, damn, like, we thought some of these other shows were harsh. Like Rajo was going on today. I was saying in the other episode, like I live for him, kind of sitting there like, but damn, he was like went off. I'm not living for him now. He made Eva La Queen cry. I'm like, whoa, that ain't it for. And they also clock Venus for kind of doing stuff that doesn't necessarily translate to a wider audience or to an international audience. And I had seen some people on Twitter saying, how come Venus is getting clocked when on these other international franchises, they're not doing the same kind of thing? And I just have to say, I really appreciate how Philippines has made sure to kind of bring us along for the ride, because some of these other franchises like Italia, I had no clue what the hell was going on. And I just was like, I didn't know the cultural divide was so great from Italia that I didn't know what the hell's going on. But with this, like they're bringing us along for it. And so for Venus to do a reference of a movie we may or may not have seen, maybe does that count against her? I don't know. But the fact that they're being aware of it, it translates to me. Oh shit, and I forgot to say, so they're sitting there talking to Eva, and then they go back to her again. They make her turn around. He goes back in on her again, bitch. Like afterwards, when she's talking to the judges, she's like, I wasn't being mean, I was being constructive. It's like, bitch, if you have to explain, you obviously weren't doing the thing that you said you were doing. So then as they're getting down, they keep talking to the girls, and as they get to Minty Fresh shares her story about how she was attacked. Her friend was attacked and she had to go, you know what I mean? Like later they found out the people that attacked her and her friend ended up killing somebody. So they end up talking for a minute just about SOGI laws down there, the sexual orientation and gender identity expression laws. And they have a moment, Khaled Karen goes off talking about, you know, everybody could benefit from the SOGI laws. To hear that from Minty Fresh, it's just crazy that, you know, it really is dangerous out here for our brothers and our sisters. It's not a joke, you know? And we have these shows and we have this like, oh honey, okay work, but like really queer visibility and doing this kind of stuff, you know, is very important, and it's we need to amplify messages like that. So then they ask the girls, who should go home tonight? And the girls all kind of say it's between Eva and Venus in their different respects and regards. The judges deliberate, and Minty Fresh wins the day. She wins the challenge, and having just won the mini challenge, bam, Minty Fresh killing it, doing it, making it happen. In the bottom two, it ends up being Ebola Queen versus Venus Deluxe. Precious Paula Nicole is safe and is crying to the back of the stage. A lot of tears for safe gals, a lot of tears. Eva and Venus lip sync to Born Naked by RuPaul. And this is a crazy lip sync because it's like Eva is clearly shaken about what has just transpired with Rajo. And Venus just seems like checked out. Venus is like she's taking it camp, but it's like uncontrolled. She's like looking at the camera, she's kind of throwing lines away, she's just kind of standing there. It's a little bit of an awkward performance from Venus, and especially as Ebola Queen is being so sincere. She's being, you know, she's really amped up and giving those judges, you know, who do you think you are? And she's really telling it to them and really letting them have it. And Eva is also, she's also working the crowd. She gets the other girls to clap. She's getting the judges to do the, you know, the clap moment. She's going back and forth. She's working the cameras, working the crowd. She's kind of going like dancing around Venus, who, you know, hurt her foot earlier in the getting the materials for the challenge. But it's just kind of a crazy lip sync. And the Ebola Queen is just working her ass off. She does a cartwheel and flips her hair off to a wig reveal. She's like shaking that hair. Ebola Queen wins and Venus Deluxe sachets away. She talks about in the back room that she's drunk and on her way out that she's out of drag, you know, on her way out, she's out of drag already. So in Untucked, Brigadine is the only safe one. Will she, won't she have a drink? Very relatable. The girls all come back to Untucked and they all talk about the tops and the bottoms. Brigadine says she's having a rebirth. She's, you know, feeling the inspiration to go on. And then as she goes and sees herself in the mirror, Ebola Queen breaks down and they all kind of rally around her and they talk about, you know, all of the critiques from Rajo, and it was unforgettable, but it was just so crazy. Stuff they talked about in Untucked is that perhaps Precious Paula Nicole was giving this reference from Mama Pow with her pink and purple constructed outfit for the runway. And I guess if they're clocking Venus for references, then they they're clocking Precious Paula Nicole for using references that people might not know. You know? I don't know. So then Precious Paula Nicole gets a video message from her family. She sees her nephews and her cousin and her sister all kind of encouraging her to keep going on and all that stuff. And then after Ebola Queen's big rallying moment where everybody's like really reinforcing that she's not trash, maybe just they were talking about her outfit and not her, not to internalize it so much, she gets a video message from her partner, who I believe his name is Rye, R-H-A-I, Rye. So they get a message from her and she's very emotional. So then we get into the next part of Untucked, and Venus suddenly has, like she has started out with a red drink and now she's got a blue drink and then she's got this other drink and she's going around being really antagonistic to the other girls. She's suddenly fighting with Marina Summers, who's sitting there having a very nice moment with Brigadine, and Venus Deluxe is like, what about this? What about that? Bitch, just answer me. It's just a question. Oh, it's just a question. So she's getting drunk and messy on purpose, and Marina Summers, just cold-blooded, just goes, girl, go learn your fucking song. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that is the dramaticals that I'm living for. This is why they're the first international franchise to have their own Untucked, because they really are delivering. They are delivering. And Marina Summers every time. Did you ask? Girl, go learn your fucking song. People are sleeping on Marina Summers. That's what I got. Anyway, there's much more dramaticals to come. The girls are delivering, mama, and that is your Drag Race Philippines episode 7 for the Shop Ladies Ball. All right, and now we're talking about the first episode of Drag Race UK season 4, honey. Okay, here we go. All right, coming right into it. The rhymes at the top are really bad. It's just bad. Like, what, you can't rhyme 4 with B4. Like, come on. Anyway, first up is Danny Beard, wearing a little black dress with kind of like a biker twist. Gonna go like leather and choker, mesh gloves and tights vibe. It's a hit. Cute Danny Beard. So then Baby comes in a lingerie kind of jumpsuit with harness and straps or garters and gold sleeves, a little skirtlet, and kind of like a reddish auburn wig. She looks great. It's a hit. Then Pixie Polite comes in with big red hair. She got a blue jacket with black trim and red hearts on it. She got some big old boobs, honey. Big old boobs. But her garter straps are not attached in the front. I'm not quite sure what the overall look is giving me. The girls talk about that she's had an upgrade or whatever, but it's not reading for me. It's a pin. Then Sminty Drop comes in wearing a helmet with halter top and a mini skirt that has these accentuated spikes on it. And she looks great. She's tall and skinny, and she's got the inches, mama. Mug for days, got that really exaggerated paint going on. She's dressed up like a drag racer. It's a hit. And Starlet comes in. She's got this old Hollywood soft pink sleeveless gown with gloves, and then this like updo with diamonds swirled into it. She's mug laid out, and she looks great. It's a hit. Amber's Blonde comes in, kind of like a little wave, maybe like getting 40s. But she's got this jacket where you can see her garter straps connected in the front with like mesh stockings, and then these gloves, these famous big gloves coming up to the jacket, or it's just different sleeves on the jacket. I can't quite tell what it is, darling. But she looks great. It's a hit. Then Black Peppa comes in. She's got a long ass braid that's hooked onto the top of her head on a ring. It's like the Janelle Monáe hair from a couple years ago, if y'all would remember that. She comes in and her mug is really laid, and then she takes a mask off, and it's her mask, and it's like an awesome Grace Jones reference. Her bodysuit is really, it's like a champagne, pinky, goldy type of moment, but it's over her corset, really structured. With this long ponytail. She looks great. It's a hit. Just May comes in as Jerry Halliwell in the Say You'll Be There video. She's got the black shorts and a black halter. She's kind of holding her hand. What's going on with that on that side? But she's got the big red hair with the blonde swirl. Her makeup is kind of like that exaggerated Trixie eye almost. For me, it's a hit. So Dakota Schiffer comes out, and she says a couple of different times that she's going for like Scandinavian model, and what I'm thinking of is there's this model who's in every kind of like print that you can sell. Her name is Julia Banas. I had to look up her name, but just very distinctive looking. And Dakota Schiffer kind of does give me that vibe of that model, Julia Banas type of vibes. However, when she comes into the workroom, she just kind of darts in. She's like, she's uncomfortable to be on camera. She's wearing this like underwear. Panty is showing in the front. She's wearing like bunny ears. She says it. I'm in mint condition. I don't know, man. She looks like she's underage, and that really freaks me out. Ooh, like mama, it's not the tea for me. I'm not into it. It's a pit. So then Copper Top comes out in this pale lavender pencil skirt with like a little flare on the bottom. Got these big kind of sleeves. She's got a big bow in her hair, and she's wearing little socks with her shoes. Her shirt says Copper Top on it. What she's giving with this is like a point of view. She talks about in the promo, and then in this kind of being, obsessed with panto dames, kind of like end of the pier drag is what she says. To me, it's a simple look, but it shows me her point of view, and it shows me her kind of camp aesthetic. So to me, it's a hit. Then one-upping her, LaPhil comes out in long orange inches. She's got a little orange bodysuit with big giant Madonna cone titties, but also a Madonna cone dick. and she had been talking about doing androgyny, and she's coming out and bringing it to you. She's also a short, tiny little pocket person. You know, she's a little Polly Pocket. You just put her right in there. I'm noticing with all of the cast, they're like having foils to each other throughout. Like Danny Beard and Pixie Polite, they said in the beginning, kind of were on the same show, and Pixie lost to Danny, but Danny won. And then we have Copper Top coming out going, I'm the Copper Top. And then LaPhil comes out in this like orange wig. And then also maybe it's a little bit of Baby and Black Peppa. They even do a little jaunty entrance where they do a little bell kick or whatever when they're coming in. So it's like everybody on this season has a little foil to each other, which I find very funny and very. And then what we have is LaPhil. It's a hit. She looks great. Then Cheddar Gorgeous comes out. The music drops. The beat changes. Everything. Everybody in the room is like like they're all goofed and gagged. Cheddar Gorgeous comes out in this little, almost like a business suit moment with like a jacket and a pencil skirt. It's got this radiant of mosaic imagery. She's also got it in her hat, in her like ear. Her ears are also these scales, or like fish fins. And then she's got her makeup like hollowed out to her brow ridge. So she just is looking like this alien fish goddess. She's serving alien. She's serving, you know, crazy androgynous warrior goddess or whatever. And she looks great. It's a hit. The girls are all gooped. After the girls are all assembled, they're all kind of sitting there sharing stories about Cheddar Gorgeous, inspiring them to do drag. And she's like, oh, okay, I guess just normal person up here, all right? RuPaul announces they're going to do a photo shoot from the Spice Girls 2012 Olympics, with the crane coming in on the car. And everybody kind of looks at Just May like, because she does Ginger Spice, she does Jerry Halliwell. So the girls all go in for the challenge. Just May goes in first, and I feel like this is the place where she really shines. She's really living for being a Spice Girl on the Spice Girls challenge. And she just is, she's giving quips, she's giving lines, she's giving girl power, she's doing all the things. Then Sminty Drop comes in and just starts posing right away and is just like ready to be rained on, you know, like she's seen Drag Race before, just giving effortless. They don't spend very much time on Sminty Drop, but she's doing it. Then Danny Beard comes in and does their thing and is just getting rained on. Not quite, you know, much different poses, but I think maybe she's having a hard time standing up. Then Jomber's Blonde comes in, and what she's got going on for her in this is she's giving RuPaul something to laugh at. She's got different lines. She's doing different little poses. She's kind of got quips. She's going back and forth. She's got references. Then Dakota Schiffer comes in, and it seems she's kind of like, oh, she's getting blown in the face. She's kind of like, I don't know what to do. She ends up getting a cute shot, but she's kind of, you know, she's like, whoa. She definitely Then Baby comes out, and she's just really cute. I just really like her. She's got a great smile. I like Baby. Then Copper Top comes in, and she's just showing her, you know, kind of panto roots or whatever. She's playing with the guys. She's bouncing the balls off of her titties. She's almost living so much that she doesn't invite RuPaul to come to the photo shoot at all, it seems like. She's just kind of living in her own little world, you know? Then Black Peppa comes in and just owns the whole photo shoot. She gets up on the ledge and is doing like, you know, modern dance, you know, Pilates aesthetics or whatever. She's doing all this different stuff. She really just owns the whole challenge. She's doing splits. She's whipping her hair around. Her shot that they end up getting of her, it looks really editorial, really like out of a magazine. She looks great. Followed up by Pixie Polite, who maybe is having a little bit of a hard time. She's like, ugh. But she does have the line about, I think it's like a Winston Churchill quote. Well, something on the beaches. Well, something. She cracks RuPaul's shit up. So I think that she has the camp queen with like every once in a while she just gets you with the zinger that is really unexpected like that. That seems to be kind of her vibe. Then LaPhil comes on in and she's just living. Her hair is blown up in the breeze. She's just giving mug, face. She's very animated and expressive. Yeah, she's fun, I like her. Then Starlet comes in and she seems to be the most shooketh of all of them. She doesn't seem to want to get rained on. She doesn't seem to know that, you know, you're gonna jump in a tank of water on your first day at Drag Race. By the end, she barely gets a different pose out. She seems really shooketh by the proceedings. Then Cheddar Gorgeous comes out and is just kind of holding court with RuPaul, and RuPaul's giving her accolades. She's saying, oh, thank you, and just this back and forth, you know, legends talking to each other moment. You can always tell when people with RuPaul have a different conversational pattern. Cheddar Gorgeous is on conversational par with RuPaul. She's not hiding or like nervous about being in the room with Ru, and it shows. Black Peppa wins the mini challenge with her awesome shot, and the girls all dash to go stake a claim and get in their spaces, and are all getting undressed and doing all that stuff. And as they're de-dragging, we get a little backstory with Just May talking about, her inspiration of why she bonded so much with Ginger Spice as an icon, and kind of how it helped her kind of get through her younger days as being kind of having this awesome, loud Ginger Spice girl to look up to and kind of emulate. So the runways for the evening are Keeping It 100, honoring the BBC, and Ru Are You signature drag. And as the girls are getting into drag, Copper Top is asking kind of about the runways and is everybody ready for this or that, and kind of getting the girls going on in conversationals. And it seems like Copper Top is like very buttoned up in like a turtleneck and blazer, straight up, while the other girls are getting ready in like no clothes or like a tank top. So interesting fashion choices to me. It's not a hit or a pit. It's like a jacket while you're putting on makeup, girl. As they're kind of showing the girls different shots getting ready throughout, I'm like, damn, what shade is Just May using? She looks really dark there, mama. And as they're getting ready, double blobbies are discovered. Danny Beard and Black Peppa have this back and forth about, maybe being literal with an interpretation of blobby, because she's painting pink, and then she says, oh, you're painting white every time, and it's like, damn, she got her, girl, So they come out for the runway. RuPaul is wearing this little plum feather dress with a little corselet in the front. To me, this look is a straight up hit. I don't know how RuPaul is getting away with yelling at the girls for not wanting to see any more fucking H&M, and then she comes out in this little dress that is just like, come on, mama. Give the girls something to be aspirational. You know what I mean? That dress was not it. It's a pit. Then Michelle is looking awesome in a very simple gold dress with her beautiful, beautiful long hair coming down. It's a hit. Graham is wearing a jacket that has these different shapes and patterns on them. To me, the overall look is just, it's like almost Americana or something, or I don't know why he's wearing that, but it's a pit. And then Dame Joanna Lumley is wearing a lovely blonde updo with a blue and white patterned blouse. She looks great. It's a hit. So for the first runway, Keeping It 100 years of the BBC, Cheddar Gorgeous comes out as one of the test screen. There's a clown in the background. She comes out as the clown. So it's a little asymmetrical off the shoulder dress with a high slit. It's a black and white gown with these crazy baubles and bits on it. She got a mask on with these like felt bits or something to give like a 3D effect. The look, somehow she's in the multiverse of madness that is now the RuPaul's Drag Race world. She's somehow giving Kimmy Couture's Grinder runway popping out from on the screen like that, and it's like this crazy clown. And then also Minnie Cooper being a crazy fashion clown on Heelys. Cheddar Gorgeous is somehow, channeling all of them and doing that. For me, the look is a pit. I'm not into it. Like, clown. Jomber's Blonde comes out as Blue Peter. It's a little white dress with blue trim and lace. It's got waves of blonde hair with little blue diamonds accentuating the waves in the hair. It's got a little purse that's a little ship, and a little blue fan as well. She's doing some fanography. It's a hit. Then the Phil comes out as a putty bear. I don't know the reference, but it's a little bear. They show the picture of it, and she looks just like it. There's a little eye patch going on, and she's used multicolored bangs to come down to be that part. It's a little jacket that comes up and a little skirt. It looks really cute. It's a hit to me. Sminty Drop comes out as Antiques Roadshow. She's a lamp, and oh my God, it's such a simple thing. It's a bodysuit with some shit on it, but it's so great. She's got a lamp head shade, little bodice piece that comes in the front, and then these like upper thigh leg gauntlet that are like that antique porcelain kind of blue, teal, cracked surface type of paint, whatever. She looks great. This is high fashion and camp, and her body looks awesome. I mean, like, talking about bodies is whatever, but if you're gonna show it, ooh. She's got like the crazy long legs, crazy long torso. She looked like an alien, girl. She looked like a whole other type of gender. She looks crazy. It's a hit. Baby comes out as Rasta Mouse, and when they show the picture next to it, it's like, yeah, that is the fashion kind of women's streetwear version of this drag version of what this will look like. She got the long locks coming all the way down. She's got a little white, it's like a bodysuit and a mesh mini dress at the same time that just hugs really nicely. Got the little Rasta hat on. She looks great. It's a hit. Oh, and the big like the cape jacket sleeve thing. She looks great. It's a hit. Dakota Schiffer comes out as Anne Boleyn in Horrible History. Basically, it's black underwear, and it's like the same version of what she came out as the entrance look. The little crown in it, and her garters are not connected. She, again, it just looks like jailbait to me. She looks like I'm Anne Boleyn. Duh. It's like a Halloween store underwear, like slutty girl at Halloween type of garment, and she just looks underage. It's so creepy to me. To me, it's a pitch. Danny Beard comes out as Mr. Blobby. Got the whole face mask with like holes, white makeup underneath, so you can kind of see like there's eyes and lips done underneath. But it's very literal. It's like a little on-pier waist coming out thing, but it's losing shape. I'm losing character. Can't really see the face. To me, it's a pit. May comes out as the bust of Queen Victoria on EastEnders. She got a brown gown that's really swooped up awkwardly on the bottom, and then like the counter where like her arms kind of are, where the counter is that she's trying to drink out of the tap and drink out of the glass. The picture, like if it was just me right now, if just May was just me right now, it would sell. But on the runway, the gown just does not look complete, and her makeup doesn't look the same as the rest of the other things going on. It just is, it maybe can, but it's not a done look to me. To me, it's a pit. Copper Top comes out as Julie Walters in the Two Soup sketch. She's got a maid's outfit on. She's got a maid's outfit on with 2 cups of soup for the boobs, and the boobs are spilling out and there's soup on the apron. So she's kind of doing this like walk. She's like, oh, and you can kind of see her kind of comedy background, comedy influence. And the look definitely is simple, but it's effective, and the way that it uses like the soup spilling out of the boobs is really effective. It's a hit. Starlet comes out as Patsy Stone from Ab Fab, and to me, she looks great. She's got big stacked bouffant hair, the glasses, the smudged lipstick. To me, what really sold it is not just, she's got a little couture outfit going on, but it's the cigarette brooch and the cigarette earrings. Absolutely nailed it. And then when you go down and her panties are on her tights, her panties are falling. It says "Bitch Troll from Hell" on the back. This is an awesome look. It's a great drag interpretation of an awesome, you know, Dame Joanna Lumley drag character. It's a hit. Pixie Polite comes out as Del Boy. She's got a little cap on, got a big fur coat, and then underneath she's got this stoned pants and top. She looks like the reference material. She looks like the picture. She also is giving a drag interpretation, and her undergarments are stoned or sequined. It's a hit. It's simple, but it's a hit. Black Peppa comes out as the second Mr. Blobby of the night, but she's got this huge pink with yellow polka dot bustle with this lace fringe on the finish, you know, lace finish on the sides. She looks great. She got extended gloves that make her hands kind of floppy. She got this really structured updo hair. It's a really cool fashion interpretation, whereas Danny Beard was so literal. It's a hit. She looks great. Then Cheddar Gorgeous comes out in her Ru Are You signature drag look. She's giving exactly what she says she is. She's an androgynous alien warrior deity or whatever. She's got gold armor on, got structured headpiece, a big crown fanned out moment. Across the top, it's like armor, and then with these cage panniers, got a big hammer because she's going to battle. And the way that she's got the swoop kind of going from her waist down around to the back is just such an elegant moment. She looks great. Bringing sexy and camp together in a way that few people can. Jumpers Blonde comes out in her dad's repurposed sports gear. She's got a little bodysuit and structured arm gauntlets and legs. To me, Ru Are You, is she a sports gal? She says it's your signature stuff, but she says it's her dad's stuff that she restructured. I'm not sure if I'm buying it as a look. I don't necessarily get more of what she's been selling up to this point from this look, and so for me, it's a pit. LaPhil comes out in red, mama. She's got this red swooped around the front, long arm swoopies coming around the back. She's got big off the shoulders, big off the hips. She looks great. She's bringing a lot of that red joy and energy that she says the Chinese interpretation of red and joy in life. She's bringing that to the runway. She's being a superhero. She's doing the damn thing. With Phil, it's a hit. Minty Drop comes out in a Renaissance inspired outfit. To me, it's giving tampon couture. She's got a big old, very high stacked white wig with curled finish on the sides. She's giving a little bodice with a thing coming off the back. She looks great. This is a cool look, and it definitely is giving her drag. It's like, it's exaggerated, it's tall, it's too big to fit in the door, and she's got that really exaggerated eye makeup that looks really cool. It's a hit. Then Baby comes out in a red puffer jacket and jumpsuit. Her hair is braided, and then it's like coming out in puffs at the end, in these red puffs. She looks really great. My only thought about this is maybe that it's kind of hard, a little bit hard for her to walk, because she's kind of having a hard time like putting her feet in front of the other. So I don't know if that's like the hips, the legs are like pushing apart because of the red jumpsuit, but she looks really cool. Dakota Schiffer comes out in what looks to me like a prom dress. It's like a little swag of coming off the thing, and then a little banded bottom swag. And then she got like a Russian hat with some gloves. Again, to me, it just is, it's underdone. It's like, it looks like a regular prom gown. It looks like a regular dress to go to a regular function for like a regular high school girl. Like, I don't know. It's not giving me a point of view on drag, and it's like definitely a step down from her other like model looks. Like the underwear look was giving more model than what she said this was. Like, so I don't know. To me, it's a pit. I'm just not feeling it. Then Danny Beard comes out in this black jumpsuit with these rounded shoulders and rounded hips, giving kind of gender fuck moment. She looks really polished, really put together. She's showing legs for days, and this look really tracks with her promo look and her entrance. She's definitely giving a clear brand. It's a hit. Just May comes out in this little, she's got her face all over this dress. It's hugging every curve, but it's got this mermaid skirt on the bottom that I'm not a fan of. She's got big giant red hair. You know, Just May, Jerry Halliwell. To me, the look overall, if you're up close, you could see that the fabric, which is her face, but from far away, it just looks like a crazy pattern. So to me, it's not quite, I think, giving what she thinks it's giving, and to me, it's a pit. Copper Top comes out in this big, giant orange gown with big, giant sleeves and a little, like, banded bottom skirt moment. And it says Ginger Fag, and then she pulls out her collection. It says Ginger and Fabulous. When she says, "Ru, are you?" She's answering the question. She's giving over-the-top camp fashion. She's giving a message. To me, the look is a hit. It speaks for itself, literally. Then Starlet comes out in a little tiny corset with some diamonds dangling off it. And that's about it. She's got some tulle coming off the hips. She's got some stars coming up like a cape on the back. It's giving Tinkerbell, it's giving Fairy Princess, but what it's not giving me is fashion, and it's not giving me like a look. It's just like literally a corset with some shit on it. Like, I don't know how, like, to me it's a pit. I'm not feeling it. Pixie Polite comes out in this little sunset suit. It's like a sun and waves, and then she's got this thing dragging behind her that's definitely not a rainbow, and then she pulls it up and it's a rainbow. It's like a sunny day, sunset at the beach. I don't know what. It's very, very literal. It's very, like, I don't know what. I'm not necessarily feeling it. It's a pit. Then Black Peppa comes out in this really gorgeous purple gown. She's got a big spikes coming off the bodice, and then these big old purple sleeves, and then it's just bunched up and draping so nicely. She starts out with this headpiece that's chocolate, and she's saying, "I'm chocolate." As she's going down the runway, the headpiece falls off, and she says, "I don't care." She keeps going. The look overall is really striking. It's a hit. She looks great. So the gals that all get sent back to Untucked, they're all commenting that it's nice to see a different side of Danny Beard being a little more vulnerable because they know her as being kind of like a big personality. The girls come back from critiques and Dakota is really crying. She's kind of deflated about being in the bottom, and the girls are really like talking her up. They say that they think it's gonna be her and Copper Top in the bottom. So then as they're talking about that, Copper Top is like, "Wow, how they not see my message?" She's kind of crying. She's like, "I'm not gonna go home." And Just May is like, she knows how to do her thing of being Jerry Halliwell, but then take her outside of her comfort zone. It's not quite translating. So the girls all go back out. Black Peppa is announced the winner, wins both the mini challenge and the maxi challenge of episode 1, just off to an awesome start, just killing the gals right away. Of the bottom 3 girls, it's announced that Copper Top is safe and the girls are gooped, gagged, and plucked and tucked. They're like, everybody's like, holy shit. So it ends up being Dakota Schiffer versus Just May in the lip sync. They lip sync to Let Them Know by Maple. This lip sync did not necessarily go how I thought it was going to go. You know, for all of her experience talking about having played this character for a couple of years or whatever, I thought Just May might put up a little bit more of a fight when it came to this. But it really just seemed like right away Dakota had the energy. Dakota was like trying to, you know, she was trying to give face. She was trying to give a little something. Her energy was kind of like unfocused, and she kind of sometimes throw her stuff away a little bit. But she definitely, she won the lip sync to me of these two. Dakota just is really trying. She goes to the floor. She's given full dramatical. She's letting him have it. And Just May is just kind of like, she ends up kind of, it's her. It's her, you know, she ends up kind of framing her. So it ends up being that Just May sachets away and Dakota Schiffer is here to slay another day, honey. So they all applaud her exit and she tells them all to get fucked. And she says that she's staying in line with Jerry, being the first to make an early exit. So she really is doing Spice Girl Jerry Halliwell to the hilt her whole time on UK Season 4, Episode 1. And that's it. We don't necessarily get much time with Just May on the way out, but you know, thanks for your service. Thanks for being the first pork chop of Season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race. You know what I mean. Anyway, y'all remember that the pandemic is not over. Please bring a mask wherever you go. We're not out of this thing yet. Don't forget to bring a mask. Okay.